Hey, and welcome back. Marshawn Olanio here, your favorite shift relationship strategist, where I help Black Christian women to shift their mindset, shift their perspective, and shift the way that they're showing up in this thing we call life. Today, we are talking about core values. Now, the reason why we're talking about core values is because this is one of the conversations we should have before we get really deep into the relationship. Now, really deep is relative, but my really deep is engagement and or marriage. I get a lot of clients that don't have these difficult conversations, or at least conversations that can be highly pivotal for the decision that they're going to make when it comes to moving forward in the relationship or backing away and completely walking away. And it's not because they're having major issues with their potential partner, but they're not asking enough questions in order to say, he is a qualified individual that I want to build my life with. Now, your core values are things that you must have, that you don't want to live life without. It actually irks you when these things do not occur for you, right? And I know that I'm simplifying what core values are, and I'm doing that on purpose because what I may deem as a core value for me may not be a core value for you. So once you understand what your core values are in your particular heart, not relationship, it's the things that you want in your life, in your relationship, that you can see yourself saying, okay, I will not move forward with the relationship if I don't have these. And you may have 5 core values. And so maybe he's not meeting all 5, but maybe he's meeting 4. I wouldn't do anything less than 3. And again, this is an example that you have 5. I wouldn't do anything less than 3, that he's not meeting 2, but he's at least meeting 3. You want it to be way more than 50%. Of course, you want it to be as high as possible, because the more similarities that you both have, the more compatible that you both are. But then also it increases. See, you can't even see my hand. It increases the probability that the relationship has the tendency to last the test of time. So one of the things that you need to think about is, do our core values align? So what I would like for you to do is, when you're going out on dates and you're trying to qualify the man, if he's going to be in your life long term. Now, he should be doing the exact same thing, but I have to give men more credit in this instance, because men have a tendency to, they don't necessarily call them core values, but they know if something ain't right down here, they will not move the relationship forward. And we really could take a page out of their book to slow things down. So when we walk away and our endorphins are coming down, we're coming off of that natural high of this potential, this new date, or you've been out on a couple dates and you're still trying to figure out, and woo, 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 and the rose-colored glasses are on and you can't see anything but this perfection. Men have a tendency to be able to move all them clouds to the side and be able to see you. And when they don't feel that something is right, even if they can't pinpoint that something, they like, we gonna halt. I'm just gonna watch this thing. We should be doing the exact same thing. So ask yourself, do our core values align? Now, how will you know if they align? One of 2 ways. The first way is to ask the actual question. Figuring out what your own core values are is the very first thing. And after you know your core values, now you just have a natural conversation based around your core values. Hey, I was thinking about this. What do you think about this? And literally just see what his answers are. And because you're newer, you have a better chance of getting an honest answer, because you're not in a relationship. You are not a couple. But even if you are, you still need to have these pivotal and tough conversations, because even if you're in a relationship, you would rather break up from a girlfriend-boyfriend situation than then you being engaged, and definitely before you get married. So having these tough, pivotal conversations that can literally have you pivot and walk away needs to happen. The sooner, the better, which is why you have to know who you are, which is why you have to own exactly who you are, how you're showing up, the things that you want, the things that you don't want, the things that you desire, the things that you don't desire. having a clearer picture of the things and the life that you want and what you want it to look like. It may not happen exactly that way, but you will have a better chance to achieving said life when you know what you want, when you know who you are. Because when you're able to know who you are and know what you want, now you can articulate these things to your potential partner. But also, now you can watch out for the things that you don't want, for the things that are going to repel you, because just like he is putting you on an interview, you also should be putting him on an interview. And I don't mean a literal interview where like you have a whole bunch of questions and now you're literally kind of going down your list and it literally turns into an interview versus a comfortable conversation and you just learning things about him based off of the scenarios that are coming up. Now, I do like to tell my clients to be strategic with at least two questions every time you go out on a date that you want to get the answer to. So it doesn't seem like an interview, but at the same time, you are still collecting the pivotal information that you need in order to make an informed decision to say, yes, I am moving toward this person, or no, I am moving away from this person. This person, I cannot see this person in my life. And here's why, blah, 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 blah. So now you're making informed decisions instead of just going off of, I kind of feel like, no, you have the evidence to back up your feelings. So gather the evidence. So, core values. When you have core values and you're evaluating your core values, one of the reasons why you want to do that is because this really will define the success or the failure of your relationship from day one. Now, I'm saying day one, but this is literally when you have this conversation, because you may not have this conversation on day one. So whenever you have this conversation, it's literally going to help you to determine, again, i.e. making that informed decision to stay or move closer to the person, walk away, or just like, let me back up, let me evaluate a little bit more, right? Because I talked about the endorphins. The endorphins have to go down so you can allow your body to come back to its natural state. So now you can actually think. When you were out on that date, how did you feel? Did you feel like you were comfortable? Did you feel like you can actually have an intelligent conversation with the person? Whatever the thing is that's going to make you tick, that makes you draw nearer to a person, do they have those qualities? And does he have those characteristics? And not just, oh my God, he's so cute, he's so fine. Yes, all of us naturally are looking for somebody that's cute, what we define as cute, the sexiness that we have a definition of what our sexiness is. But at the end of the day, all of us want someone that is safe and secure and adds stability to our life and not all of this crazy drama. A lot of times we get into these horrible situations because we're not having enough conversations about the things that matter, that is going to help you to make those really good choices in mates. We're not asking enough of the correct questions. We're not asking enough of the correct questions. So this is a correct question to ask. Do your core values align? Another reason why you want to figure out if your core values align is because this can help you to decide if you want this relationship to progress. Like I mentioned before several times, moving closer or moving further away from this person. The third thing that is going to do is going to help you see how compatible you are in the long run. I know that they always say that opposites attract, and at some point we do, but the couples that seem to have the longest longevity with one another have more compatibility than they have non-compatibility. So you still want to lean more toward having as much as possible in common, where you two are more compatible, versus on the opposite end of the spectrum. Because been there, done that. It's no fun when you, like me, this is me. I'm in a relationship and I want to do things. I want to go out in the world. I want to travel. I want to go to concerts. I want to go to live theater. And I'm with a person that may be a homebody and literally don't want to do anything. And so I'm not me. I'm not signing up to be in a relationship where I still have to find somebody else to do all of these things with. That is what I deem to be fun. And also at this point, that is a core value for me. I cannot date a homebody. I've been there, done that. It wasn't fun for me because I still had to find other people to go and do other things with. Now, there was other things that was occurring in that relationship as well. But that was one of the things that now I'm like, no, I need somebody that wants to go out in public and do things in public and not always just be in the house. It's cool to be in the house, and I'm actually a homebody, but literally it was the extreme of a homebody. Like, I still like to go out and movies and whatever the thing is. I still want to go and do that. I don't necessarily only want to be in the house watching TV or even playing games or on my devices all the time. I want this. It's a big world out here, and I want to explore it. I want to do things. I want to be adventurous. I want to add some spontaneity to my own life. Okay? Yeah. So now, core values. Let's get back to it. When you have a person where you both have the same core values, it is easier for you to resolve conflicts because guess what? Both of you have a common moral compass. And so literally it is pointing the same direction. You guys want the same thing for the relationship. Not only do you want one another to win separately, meaning like in careers or something that they're doing, but you also want to win as a couple. And you don't want to be a part of the statistics. You actually want to be in the relationship, not only be in a relationship, but you want to be in a relationship with the person that you have decided to say yes to or move the relationship forward with. You guys come to an agreement, and it's easier to resolve conflicts because you two are on one accord. Your moral compasses are pointing in the exact same direction. So it's easier to say, okay, I don't need to be stubborn. I don't have to shut down because I love him. He loves me. We both still want to be together. So why are we taking this stupid time? That's my words. Why are we taking this stupid time shutting down, shutting each other out? We're not communicating, which means we're not getting anything resolved. We're just letting this thing linger. It is the elephant in the room. And every time you walk in the room, that thing is not being discussed. That thing is not being talked about. And guess what? It's just getting bigger and bigger. And the distance is getting wider and wider. And you two are not resolving anything. And the only thing you're thinking is, why am I here? But that's when you two are on opposite ends of the spectrum. When you're both close in compatibility and you have the same core values, your moral compass aligns a lot faster. The last thing about core values, when you have a person that also has the same or similar core values to yourself, you have a tendency to have longevity, which means that you have the potential for the relationship to last the test of time for a longer length of time because, again, your moral compass is pointed the same way and you guys share values, which again increases your longevity where the two of you can now say, okay, this has the potential to stand the test of time. So this is why you should be having these pivotal conversations. In this case, this conversation should be about your core values. And again, you don't have to necessarily have a conversation with the other person, but you do need to watch what the other person is doing and see when you come by yourself and now you're having a conversation with yourself about how you felt, and is this person, based off of your evidence, not just off of your heart, based off of the evidence, the way that he is showing up, the things that he is saying, the questions that you have strategically started to ask him so you can get the information that you need so you can make an informed decision to stay or to go. I am Marshawn Olanio. If you need any help, there are several links down in the description box below. I love you guys. There's nothing that you can do about it. Reach out to me there. I will see you in the next video. Deuces, y'all.